Oh. Oops, and overflow. That's a real oops. Then what I can do on the inside of this, we can do some insulated tiles or something. Start heading down. Oh, that kind of explains it. 9. Dig. 9. So. Basically trying to make this easier to pump out later. We'll do a little boy there as well. Probably deleting quite a bit of oil doing this, but meh. Whatever. That will be fine. And what we're basically going to want is mower pumps. God, there's so much oil stuck around. Mower pumps. So, like, we'll put a pump in. Dark even for me. Christ. Put a pump in here. Like so. Switch into there. Yeah. There we go. I'm probably going to want to put a bit of automation here in case I want to nip any of the lines off at any point. So, that. Myself a space under the ladder down here as well. So dark. So dark and spooky. Ooh. Right, let's get this built up as well. Wait. Ooh. Oh, now. Well done, everyone. Unreachable food. Really? Oh. I seize it. Is all this... Yeah, I'm doing everything on priority 9. I don't mean to. Stop. Jeez. 7s. You're a lady. Not going to be best, please. You know what? Maybe she'll be in a good mood. Let's see. Maybe she'll be in a good mood. Shouldn't be too much of a big deal to get this pumped out. It's just a little bit of oil. Not a big deal. Only a few thousand kilos. No problem. Yeah, basically then what we can do is we can mine down here a bit more. Get all this stuff removed because there's like floating petroleum and stuff here. So some of this, I'm assuming, is pretty toasty down here. So we'll need to get some of this vacuumed as well. Basically give ourselves a little vacuum chamber that we can enter with. Which will be fine. So, how much power is actually on this wire now? Yeah, I thought it was more than that. Considering we've got the oil refinery down here, I thought it would be more than that. So, this is fine. Again, I've just done that with priority 9, but that's okay. This can be a priority 6, though. We'll just nip there or something. Yeah. I think that will do me, actually. Good, good. Oh, baby. You are very puffy and congested, aren't you? Hot lemon drinks. Maybe with a big rum in it. Rum. Yes. Hot lemon and honey. Rum. Get it in you. Now. Stat. It's an order. I don't care. Huh? Well, there's no point in cooking if you're going to be snottering over everything. Do something else then. Well, don't be sniffling and snottering over it. Hot rum now. Go! Get out of here! Bloody woman. Puffy the Vampire Slayer. She's all congested. Honestly, plague carries in her workplace. I mean, I know I've joked about this before. It's why we get sick. Her workplace is just full of pox-ridden shitbags. And because it's such a large... Wait, how am I phrasing this? It's a very large building, but it's fully open plan. There's no doors dividing any rooms. So if one person gets sick, everybody gets sick. That paired with the aircon, jerks. All of them jerks. Sickly, plague-carrying, pox-ridden jerks. Bringing their kids' sniffles to work with them and then giving them to every fucker else. Hate them. If you're sick, stay home. Jerks. Like, the lady's now used up all of her holiday time and everything, like taking days off work because she's been sick. Jerks. Alright, so that can be pumping as well. And then you can be pumping as well when you get your power line in. And I should hopefully get this done a bit quicker, and then I can decide what I want to do down here. Which is mostly going to be tidy everything out, make a liquid lock, vacuum this out down here, start playing with magma. That's what I'm thinking. We might also do this glass build though. Like, now Chunga's sort of mentioned this to me, it kind of has piqued my interest a little bit. I'm just not sure what sort of layout I'd want to do. Because this would need tube access as well, that's the only downside. This would need to have some dupe access. Yeah, I probably want to do a proper lock. kind of want to do a big fuck off build here now. Do I have the room to do what I'm thinking? Maybe. Maybe, baby. Okay. Alright, let's start playing with this. The oil and stuff's going to take a while. So I've got an idea maybe then to do a thermoregulator build. Which could be pretty sweet. But I just need to think about the logistics of it. Them's logistics. Everyone, prepare your anuses. We're going big. Prepare your anuses, everyone. Bear with me. Planning phase. This is the planning phase, everyone. I think how to use this space for the best. Do. So what I'm basically going to want, my thinking here is, this is going to be for thermoregulators. I'm going to have quite a few thermoregulators here, all with their own bands of piping, alright? I'm going to have some glass forges in here, which are going to be generating my heat. And I'm going to need to boil off some gas. And I'm thinking of, instead of using this for generators down here, like we've got over here, I'm thinking that we could have the boiling happen down here. Or like here. And then the condensation straight band pipes from the thermoregs down here. Right, boiling happens here. Gas puffs out into here, gets cooled, pumped from here, boiled, natural gas, profit. That's what I'm thinking. That's what's in my heart right now. What I need to decide is where my forges and stuff are going to be. Because I want it to be the shortest length of pipe possible. Shortest length of pipe for the glass, and then the glass obviously needs to be transported. This could be a real fun build. Could be a fun one. I've been looking for something to get my teeth into. This might be it. I just need to decide on the logistics. My space is a bit weird here. I'd normally always do boiling with separation chambers. So, like, your sour gas would boil up, do a little lip where it would hit the cooling area, if that makes sense. So if we imagine, like, we have this space down here. How would I do that here? So we'll have conveyors. Because that's what I've set this space aside for. Some sort of crazy derpy build. So I think that's what we have to do here. So let me just start deciding on space. It's going to be a hungry build. Right, okay, just so I can explain my thinking right now. I'm debating my thermoregulators. Whether I want them to be up here or down here.
Day just
if I put them
worse.
down here... Hello, Mex. How you doing? Put them down here, I'm killing off a lot of space. I'm going to have a load of dead space up here. If I put them up here... Maybe do something else underneath. Maybe I do like my material handling underneath. It's going to be interesting. I don't quite know how this is going to work. How are you today, Mex? What do you know? And the only problem is, thermoregulators probably will not work when submerged. So I'll need to trickle in the water. That would in theory give me like 5 bands of cooling. Which could be run down. I'm going to need way more ceramic for what I want to do. Unless this stays a vacuum here. Pulling the pipes, don't forget the overlay. Listen. Planet. I would take the overlay off. I don't know if this is going to be enough oomph. I don't think this is going to be enough oomph for what I want to do. And these are... they're not the most power hungry. I'm debating doing like an alternating line like this. Then the piping's going to become an absolute mess if I do 2 lines of them. That's what I'm going to do. Change your mind. Already changed your mind. Why have I just done that? Hello, lady. Let's get in the freezer. Alright, I'm just going to mute the mic a second, guys. 1 sec. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Bloody sick woman. Okay, so I've had a couple of deliberations whilst I'm doing this. I've not really left myself enough space. Unless I do it in here. I need to leave myself enough space for the oil and the petroleums. I could just do like a stepped build. So I'm going to need a feed of petroleum coming in. I'm going to need my petroleum coming out so that I can get my petroleum to a temperature that's pumpable. So I can't remember how many steps it is that straight line steps. Oh Jesus. I think we need more space than I've allocated here. Unfortunately. We might be able to get this squeezed in. Let's get them start doing some building. I think we might have enough space to do what I'm thinking. I don't know if I've left myself enough room. Don't think I have. So I'm going to need some sort of heat exchanger for my petroleum. My oil to petroleum needs to be... I need more space. What people say? Only use the 550 sour gas. It all goes down to he puts in a good heat exchanger. Heat exchanger glass is certainly a challenge. Just thinking that glass is plenty of heat. He just needs to raise the crude petrol by 30 degrees. Not so much. Glass is plenty of heat if he just needs to raise the crude petrol by 30 degrees. 8 degrees? As much if he needs to raise it by 400. Usually you always run out of space to these things that we would like. The thing with glass that he is really slow to produce. Way fast producing glass with cushion obsidian over the glass. Cushion obsidian? Over sand. Yeah, so the thing that I'm thinking, and I think is what Chunga and N11 have just been talking about, I need room for a heat exchanger so that I can get my oil to as close to boiling temperature as possible. Well, my petroleum to as close to the temperature as possible. What am I trying to do? Give me a minute to think about this. I want my dupes to still be doing some other stuff. I don't want to be paused forever because they've got like digging and sweeping and mopping that I'm waiting on. There is another option. That I use my magma to create the sour gas. Use some petroleum to cool said sour gas. Heat the petroleum up, put it in generators. And boil off some of it into natural gas up here. Really got me stumped now. It's the sort of thing I should probably be tinkering with in debug. I do not have enough room in here for what I want to do. So I need to bring in my oil, because I'm going straight from oil to petroleum to sour gas. So I need to bring into my oil, I need to get my oil boiled up. I'm not going to have enough heat from glass to do all this, surely. Like, because if I'm doing this in like a super trickle feed, I'm not going to have enough. I'm not going to have enough heat. And 11, I've never done a rock gas build. You keep bringing this up. I told you before, I've never built one. Don't know the use for it. I think you've probably done way more work on this. Well, I know you have than I have. I don't know what you mean by rock gas build. I've talked about this before and I've never used one, never built one. I don't know what you mean. Also realised I've not left myself enough room for sensors before the thermoregs. Like an idiot. Idiot. Oops. Doing some hard lurking here. I can't decide what I'm meant to be doing. What I'm trying to achieve here. I'd say I do this, but there's a struggle to make efficient steam builds. This isn't really going to be a steam build as such. This turbine's are just there to cool the thermoregulators, really, more than anything. Stop that. Where are you off to? What I'm really trying to figure out logistically... This is why I'm confused now. So I need to get my oil... I need to get my oil to petroleum. Then I need to handle my petroleum to somewhere else, where it can then be boiled off to sour gas. Whilst maintaining a clean build for some of it, like vacuum build. How the fuck am I going to do that without having a derp? I'm at a loss here, guys. I can't think what I want to do now. With this space that I've got to play with, I can't decide how to do this. And I don't know the power of Glass Forge to do what I want to do. I do also have a baby volcano somewhere. But I don't know how I can then transport the stuff with only steel pumps. I'm going to leave this as priority 1 for a minute. Let them do all the other stuff that I've asked them to do. I'm going to think about this a little bit. Take a bit of thinking. Because it's one thing to do a heat exchanger for the oil to petroleum. But then I need to then get that petroleum hotter again to boil it to sour gas, which means I'm probably going to have to use doors and stuff, like mechanised airlocks to move stuff around, because I do not have the pumps to handle it. Problem is, I've got a staggered build. I've got a separate build down here. How do I move? Even if I did like a little babby heat exchanger in here, just a babby one, and then dropped the petroleum with doors, made this like a vacuum chamber here, dropped the petroleum into here, and boiled it off. I'm gonna have to, oh my god, this is a way bigger build than I realised. Because then everything will need to be cooled, because I'm sweeping and loading and moving and shenanigans. This might be a bit too ambitious for me to wing on the fly, you know. Just maybe. I never thought I'd say it, guys. I think it is. What's this N11? No, it doesn't have to be rock glass. Glass is good enough for the pure amount of heat. Challenge isn't good enough. I dealt with enough for making glass to tell you it's definitely easy to make glass with the rock crush. It's with the glass forge. Depends on the throughput you want to have in the end. I don't want this for glass. We're not doing this for glass. We ain't about that glass. The amount of glass in the end dictates how much heat potato tomato. I think in all actuality what I might do is scrap this idea for now, put this on the back burner. Definitely put this on the back burner for now, because this is too much for me to think about at the minute with the materials that I've got. I want to carry on heading down here and get into my magma, I think. Building priority 1 stuff. Storm Daddy, how you doing, buddy? That's a nice way to enter. I like that. I like that one a lot. You found a greeting. I like it. How you doing, mate? Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to top my pipe up, I'm going to have a damn good vape, and then I'm going to decide what I'm going to do. Be a greetie. I hope you find a sweet greeting in a chest. And or a barrel. You had cake today. Oh, it's your birthday today, Sturm. Happy birthday. I don't want to ask you how old, but have you had a nice day? That's the main thing. Have you had a good one? Howie birthday. What the fuck, Perpetual? How a birthday? How did you manage to do that? That's a strong one. You never typo that hard. Fingers misaligned. It's the fact that you went with it. Ah, shit. You were falling asleep, fair enough. Fuck it, I ain't no pussy. Right, let's do this. I'm gonna have my glass forged on this side. I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna figure this out. It's gonna be fucking miserable probably, but we're gonna do it. It's gonna be big, bold, beautiful, and buxom. That's what we're doing. Big, bold, beautiful, buxom, beautiful, and buxom, beautiful titties. And buxom. I'm tempted to do like a Christmas tweet. I was to build a simple one for crude to petroleum and then a more ambitious one for petroleum to natural gas. Well, the thing is, if If we do the old module, do you remember the old magnificent magma handling module with multiple meanderings and misery module? Then we can handle the glass twice. We can use the initial heat for the petroleum to natural gas phase, or petroleum to sour gas phase, and then the dead heat once it's down to like 550 or 600-ish for argument's sake. That can be the phase for boiling the petroleum. So what I probably want is to have my glass forges collecting their glass somewhere as hot glass. Hot glass is going to be used for the final stage of the final boil. To begin with, it would have to be used for the oil as well to get the petroleum rocking. And then, oh god, it's a big build. I'm wondering if I need some like vacuum chambers to handle the glass. It's because I want to still have this divide underneath. I don't want to just build this into one big block. If I built it into one big block, I can do more with this space. But then that'll ruin my feng shui. So I kind of need to decide how I want this to work. And I know we're still paused, and I'm conscious you guys get real mad when I'm paused. Oh, you stayed away from sweets for at least a year now. Jesus, cake is sweet. We're not used to it. Jeez. What's this sword for the rock crusher approach? What's this? What have you posted? Let's have a look at what you posted. What at all advanced? This is N11's rock crusher approach. I don't even know what I'm looking at. What am I looking at? Did you just superheat a rock crusher? Give me like a thermal overlay. Because I'm smelling some shenanigans here with pumps and stuff, which we don't do. We don't do none of this shenanigans with pumps, N11. You need to know this. It's not what we stand for. In fact, it's against what we stand for. Oh, fucking hell. I've let Wachunga send me down a rabbit hole. That's what's basically happened here. I should have known better. I should have known better. Oh, who are you boys? Yes! Alright. It's happened. How much coal have we got? Oh, we've got 11 tons now. We're starting to get a surplus of coal. That is good. Surplus of coal is good. So I'm going to have two different, two separate boiler areas. So I think this little blueprint that we did earlier, we'll still end up using some of this, I think. Probably like down, yeah. I think. get rid of this a second. It's going to be tight. But it is going to be small scale, so I think that's okay. So let's think about this now. So what I'm basically going to have here... I really don't want to build this stuff. I'm trying to think. They're building like priority 1 stuff because their build orders are so high. I don't want them to do that. Go away. Go do some other stuff. Go do some other stuff. All of you. Get out of here. Build 0 for planning purposes, yeah. Would be nice. Would be nice. Right. The scale of this job is a little bit too big for me at the minute. I'm trying to break it down. So, what I've basically done, I'm going to have the thermoregulators over here. They're going to give me my cooling power. My thinking is... Heat up. Don't have enough room! Fuck this. I'm not doing this on stream. I can't think about this now. It's too much of a big job for me to fathom out on stream. I'm conscious that I'm sat here in pause for too long. I'd happily sit here and debug for like an hour just working something out, but I can't do it now, not on stream. I'm pussing out, guys. I did a puss. I know. I sickened myself. We're moving on. We're going to work on bigger and better things, quickly. Things that I can do right now. I still do want to tinker with this build, but I can't justify doing it now, I don't think. Oh, there's more screenies up now in 11. Let's have a look, because I'm curious about this build that you talked about. Open Firefox. Fucking Firefox, go away. Right, so let's just get these up here. Jeez. So what the hell am I looking at here? So what even is this brown stuff? Right, keep in mind this unfinished gas building and part of it matters though. Oh, basically on the right side of the port. I don't know what I'm looking at though. You've not explained what I'm looking at. Got molten iron in the pipes. Obsidian's down here. So what's this boy for? And why is he so hot? Why is everything so hot? And what are some of these things built out of? I'm very confused by what I'm looking at. It's swept by the sweeper into the crusher. Henry, what are you doing? 16 months as well. Mods! How are you, mate? It's been a bit of a weird stream today. I can't get my brain in gear. I've been tasked with doing something that I don't know how to do. And now I'm looking at another thing that I don't know what I need it for. In a vacuum, if you crush obsidian on mesh, it stays sand, turns molten glass in the dropper. Right. So what you're basically doing then, you're crushing. Toasty hot. How long did you have to crush for before it actually got to almost melting temperatures? I understand that you've got the refineries going here running iron and they're going to be heating the fuck out of it as well. No, not regolith. He's doing obsidian. He's crushing obsidian to sand and then dropping the sand into this pool and melting it into glass. As far as I can tell. But then, silly question here. Where is the glass going? What are you using it for? I don't fully understand. Like at this point, where's it going to go? Oh, the sand is hot enough after crushing already, so it's the obsidian down here that's melting, not the sand. You got a single tile there. This is above my pay grade right now. I've not messed with any of this shit. Maybe we should have a little tinker off stream, see if I can figure this stuff out. Because I know you've been banging on at me for ages through a rock gas build, and I've just not been asked, because I didn't really see what the point of it was. So you then boil the glass off further. I mean, this is interesting, don't get me wrong, I don't... Just as stays sand because reasons. It turns into molten glass once it enters the dropper. It's just fucking... Oh my. I'm going to keep him over there. I'll have a look at this properly in a bit. Alright. Why do you do this? That's kind of what I'm wondering. What is the reason? I'm assuming then they use the rock gas to generate loads of power elsewhere. Okay, alright. So it all comes down to a regolith boil at the end of the day. So regolith to multiply more magma to give you heat. Right, okay, that's kind of what I was wondering. Alright. So this is your steps towards regolith boiler, essentially. I mean, it's a cool idea. Yeah, going from molten glass to rock glass creates a lot of heat because of specific heat differences. And you take the heat for cooking sour gas. I mean, it's a little bit ambitious for what I'm trying to do right now, considering I don't have access to any of the materials that I'd need to make it functional. Like not having thermium, not having any space materials. It's only because Wachunga suggested this glass forge idea. I kind of want to play with it now, but I just don't think I've got the mental faculties to do it on stream right now. Because it'll be a build that needs a lot of pause and a lot of thinking and a lot fanning about, because it's totally unknown to me. Tons of magma makes lots of cell gas, no problem at all. Yeah, I get that. I understand already, mate. What do I want to do? Actually, I used to preheat the regolith. I get that. Again, though, the point I'm trying to make is it all hinges on space materials, which we've not got any space materials yet, and I probably don't plan on getting any time immediately, because I think if we crack open space properly, it will be the death of the colony. So I'm kind of looking for solutions that I've got access to now, which is why I'm trying to pump this oil away at the minute. And we can start having some playing down here. I'm still just waiting on this oil. They're doing loads of sweeping and tidying up around the base, but it just means fuck all going on at the minute. I didn't say it did, but in order to make the rock crusher part worth a shit, you'd need some decent materials, wouldn't you? Or were you saying to use the rock crusher part to actually boil off the oil and stuff? Hey! No. 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 I don't want you boys on here. Because of this! You idiots! Die. You die now. All of you die. Alright, maybe you don't die. You got lucky. Jerks. Oh, and I turned building off for everybody as well, didn't I? Don't you do it. Jerk! Stop that. Why didn't I restrict their access on that side? I thought I had. Oh, it's a speed thing. Okay. I kind of wish I'd not done this now. I'm going to have to go back and do a load... Ah, fuck it. You know what we're going to do? This is what we're going to do. Building and digging. Go, go, go. You need to fall or die. Make the choice. You chose wisely. Chose very wisely. Just a pip doing pip things. Don't hurt him. I tried not to. If he'd have stayed on here, though, he was dead. For sure. Oh, we're still making a shitload of ceramic at the minute. That's fine. I'm tempted to like put another pump in to pump some of this oil over there, just for speed. I'm sat here waiting like a chump. Run out of sand in the desert on your first big